Okay, so today we're going to be doing arrays. And arrays, so imagine a program that needs to store the ages of 10 users. With variables, you would need to create 10 different variables for each of the users. That would really not be effective and repetitive. Arrays can help in these situations. An array stores multiple values within a single variable. So an array can be declared just like a variable with the type of elements that it will hold. So to declare an array, you need to define the type of elements with square brackets. In this case, the name of the array is ages and the type that it will hold is int. So it's going to be string. Let's go back. So you have the name, you have the little brackets, and then you have the name of the actual variable. Alright, so string, brackets, name of the variable. And then to create an array, you need to specify the number of items it will hold using the new keyword. The code above creates an array of 5 integers. We can combine the above code into one line. So instead of declaring the whole or declaring it and initializing it in two different lines, essentially you can, instead of writing this over, you can not write ages again and just put this over here like so. So again with the brackets, new, and then 8, I believe. Yep. So the items in an array are accessed using their position, called their index. Here is an example setting the item with index 2 to the value 25. So the index is specified within the square brackets next to the array name. So the item with index 2 is actually the third item of the array. That's because array indexes start from 0, meaning the first element's index is 0 rather than 1. So the maximum index of the array int 5 is actually 4 since you start at 0. What is the index of the second element? So remember, it starts at 0. The first element is 0. That means the second element is 1. Cool. And then we have, similar to setting values, we can also access values of the array using the square brackets and the index of the item that we want to access. So fill in the blanks to declare an array of 5 strings. Set the first item to the value James, then output the first item. Okay, so first we declare and then we initialize the array. Here we want to set the first item, meaning the first element. So we put 0, and then here we can put the name of the array, which is names, and we get correct. So if you already know what values to store in the arrays, instead of assigning one by one, you can actually use the following syntax. So you have a little curly braces and you can list out your values. So this would print out 2, so 0, 1, 2, it would print out C. So place the values in a comma separated list, enclosed in curly braces. The code above automatically creates an array containing 4 items and stores the provided values. Sometimes you might see the square brackets placed after the array name, which also works, but the preferred way to place it is before or after the data type. So you can place it over here, but people typically like this better. So what is the output of the following code? So remember, this is the index. So we have 0, 1, 2, so it's going to print out 9. Perfect. And then the lesson takeaways are: arrays allow you to store multiple values in a variable. When creating an array, we need to provide the type of the items and size of the array like this. So we have ints, brackets, num. You need the new keyword, and then int, and then the size essentially. So array items are accessed using their indexes placed in square brackets. The first item has the index 0. You can also create an array with the values using the following syntax. Yep. In the next lesson, we'll learn how to loop over the values of an array and make calculations. So this little project I'm going to do in the next video.